Hello once again, welcome to my fashion journey with RETEX. So today's topic is for our parents, like we're talking to our parents. Now the topic is, how do you know or how do you encourage a child who is gifted in the creative or fashion industry? Now we know as kids, there are so many of us, like I'll say this topic is a bit personal because my journey started from childhood. I love clothes, I love outfits, I love to dress up, I love many things, okay? But it has to be fabric and clothes related, making it, pressing it, anything. Now, I know there are so many parents that have those kind of children that you feel like they have that interest. Okay, the funny thing is that everybody, like my own case, nobody really had that career. Nobody was looking at fashion design as a career. It was more like go to school, get your education and all that. And you see this child that just love outfits. Okay, that just love those things. You too may have that as a child. If you have a child that you know has interest in this thing, how do you guide and encourage them so that they don't make mistakes or lose interest in their academic work, and at the same time they don't lose interest in that their hobby or interest? Okay, so that's what we'll be discussing. Stay tuned and listen to everything we have to say so that if you have a child that has interest, they will know what you know how to guide them. Thank you. Once again, ways you can encourage a child that is gifted and love fashion. Okay, it might not be only fashion, just loves anything different from the academics generally. Now, if your child loves fashion designing, I'm talking from experience. I don't know about other work skills, but it might be the same. From childhood, you see them pick interest doing it. You see them design clothes for maybe toys. You see them design clothes for their siblings or themselves. You see them doing a lot of work. Now, or creative stuffs. Now, being crocheting and all that. If you have a child that has interest in these things, it's not enough for you to actually suppress that interest. You can actually encourage it, and they will also excel in their academics. Now, it's something I just want to discuss ways that I think we can manage it as a parent. We can manage it so that our kids are able to manage that hobby alongside their academics. Okay. Now, one is, if you can afford it, register. This is for 10 years and above. Kids below may not know how to use sharp objects, so it's a bit dangerous. But once the child is big enough and you still see that interest, one is you can register the kids or the kid in a fashion academy or fashion house close to your house. There's this popular saying, catch them young, so that when they close from school or weekend, they can go. That's if it's the one outside, but there are many distant courses now, so you can actually do that and try to get the tabletop machine for the child. Okay, now the reason is that people that show interest at that young age tend to be talented, extremely talented in the skill, and if you allow it to blossom, it's something that you see that they use it. Okay, though it's not all, but most of them they use it to do something. So it's not enough for you to just kill it. You can get a sewing machine. Tabletop is a bit, domestic tabletop is a bit affordable and easy to operate. And then if you can't do that, if you have a fashion home around you, you can register the child there. Okay, there are some tutors that have that interest in also encouraging the child to learn. So that is one. And then secondly is trying to buy them books. Okay, buy them books that will encourage that inner creativity in them. There are some special ladybird books that talks about fashion design, and you see them explaining that basic thing to the kids at that young age. Okay, and then you too, as a mom or as a dad, if you know they have the interest, from time to time, if they have the sewing machine, buy them fabrics or give them pieces of fabrics from your asoebi pieces or something. Let them try to replicate something. It must not be perfect at first, but nobody really cares. The main thing is to keep that fire burning. Let them encourage them. Okay, a child that starts, if they start like that, some that they register at maybe just one, just two, by the time they get to SS3, they are already close, and at that point they have a side life skill, right? Getting a role model or mentor for them. Now you should know a young person that is young like them, that has interest or that is a fashion designer or in that line. So you can make them closer to the person so that the person will encourage them, teach them, and mentor them in the business if need be. But if you don't have anyone around or you feel like there's nobody around to do that, you can also get them a role model, somebody that is doing well as a fashion designer that they should emulate. You know, kids grow by watching what people do. So if there is no immediate role model or mentor in the family or within, you can get somebody from outside. In this world of social media, it's quite easy. So they tend to mirror and learn from the person. So if I'm to give a recap, five things parents with gifted children in passion should do for their kids is: one, encourage them, enroll them in a fashion academy or a fashion shop where they can learn after school hours. Just limit their training time or weekends. Okay, and then secondly is getting a sewing machine for them. Get a sewing machine for them to practice whatever they are learning, or at their free time, even during holidays they can also practice. So that is the second. And then the third one is to buy fabrics for them. You know, if you buy the sewing machine, from time to time give them fabrics to also practice, or make learning materials available for them to be able to practice. Okay, that's number three. And the fourth one is encourage them, expose them to fashion books. Okay, books on fashion design, there are quite a number, and there are some that are kids friendly. So try to research the one based on your personality and what you want the child to learn. Okay, you can control the content and whatever, but it's something that is skillful. So I don't think they will have some content that may not be okay. So as long as the child is good and okay to read, so you get them books on fashion design and some videos too. But I encourage books so that you build their reading culture. Okay, so you can get books for them. And then the last but not least, which is the fifth one, is try to get a mentor for them. Okay, a fashion mentor around you, or somebody that's far more like a role model they look up to. If you do these five things for them, you'll be able to encourage them to learn the skill positively and make good use of the skill, so that when they are already adults or they're coming up, they have an option of I can do this and I can do this. Okay, it won't stop the academics, it won't stop anything they have to do. They will still be excelling in whatever they choose to do. It's just an added advantage and plus to you as a parent raising such child. Thank you for joining us on this episode of My Fashion Journey with RETEX. I hope you were able to learn something. Please feel free to share this video, subscribe to our channels, and learn more from us. And if you have a child that you think has interest in fashion design, and there are other topics you feel like we should discuss as parents, or we should talk about generally skill as fashion designers, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. Let us talk about it and see if there are solutions you can provide as skilled fashion designers to our young and upcoming designers that will rule the future. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining